You gonna go last, or you wanna go next?
But I can probably go next. I would differ a little bit with Ken, although I respect him tremendously. I don't know that there is a right and a wrong. Maybe on the very edges. I just think it's a matter of who does government listen to? Are they listening to the BIAW? Are they listening to what the people want? And that's been my biggest problem with this whole process, is that I believe it should have started by going to us, the taxpayers, and say, what do you want? And when we give them the parameters, then they start to do what we want. Unfortunately, that's not the way this has worked. It's been a meeting of the county planning department head, along with planning department people from each of the small towns, and that's a meeting called TAG, which is Technical Advisory Group. They don't even publish those dates. They don't even want people there. There's about 3 of us that go to most of those meetings, and one of them is an attorney for a big land developer, the Larrabee Springs project, if you're familiar with that. It's not an open and transparent process that has brought us to where we are now. When Stahlheim put this group together, then they go to the GMCC, the Growth Management Coordinating Council or Committee, and those people are the mayors of the cities, the small towns, and they go, well, we don't know what's going on, tell us. The tag tells them, they rubber stamp what the tag says, basically, and then that becomes the word that goes up to the county council, who has tons of things on their plate. So the information, at this point, has never seen the light of any public hearing. There's been one public hearing on this information that the Joint Planning Commission and County Council have put together. So none of this has been based on what we all want. And we're the ones that, after all, foot the bill on building the public, like you were talking about, building all the public facilities for this growth. The whole idea of projection of population is that we build what is going to be needed before it's needed, not afterwards. So if you listen to the Bellingham City Council meetings, the head of planning there, or the senior planner, said at one time, well, if they don't come, then we won't do it. Well, that's not how it works. You have to budget, you have to start to collect taxes to build the capital facilities, to widen the roads, to hire the police, to do all of these different things before people come. So I'm part of a group. I was one of the original founders of Pro Whatcom, which was a group to protect Whatcom County. And that's kind of evolved into a couple of different things. One is FutureWise. I've got another group that's called Whatcom Options. And we try to present options to the planning department, to the planning commission, to the county council about how to do these things. Because one thing's for sure, the higher the population projection that's picked, the more difficult it is to have everything that we'd like to see accomplished. And it's not so much what one group wants to have accomplished, but what the community wants to. Just one little example is in Bellingham, infill. Everybody in Bellingham, in the neighborhoods, is very happy to accommodate new people. But when you tell them that it's going to be so many people coming in that the whole character of their neighborhood has changed, all the things that they liked about their neighborhood is going to be gone, then people start rebelling and saying no. And that's why there's been less growth in Bellingham, because it's been pushed too far. And I mean, we've all been there, we've all done it. I have anyway with my kids, you push it too far. It starts with this population projection number. If they take a large number, none of this works. But if they take a smaller number and allow all of us as regular citizens to have smaller bites, then we can move forward. And I have a shirt, Ken said something about NIMBYs. I should have worn my shirt. And the shirt is NIMBYs of the World Unite. And that's what I really feel like. I'm proud of people who stand up for their community and say, I don't want this over here. I don't want a power plant. I don't want this. They're the ones protecting it for everyone. Now, there are certain things that we have to do, but population projection number is something we have an influence on. So I guess I want to go back for a second to my billing here, as he calls himself a Republican. I grew up as a Republican person. I was a delegate to the state convention. But everything I've ever asked the Republicans to do, they always say no. So I don't think that the relationship is that tight.
Maybe you and Dale Bramlett should start a new party.
Somebody needs to.